Hey, Speedwinghere. So I was recently in a Fire Emblem Revelation draft race on lunatic difficulty. That's right, absolute peak. I came second place. You can go check it out down below, the full thing, but what I wanted to do today was show off how I did Endgame in 2 turns, because I'm very proud of it. So here was my draft order. As you can see, the only good character I had was Camilla. I actually had the option of Ryoma and Xander as well, I think, and I turned them both down for Baruka. And here is why. So I've talked before about how you should turn Baruka into a Berserker, and she gets access to Trample and Axe Fair. Well, there's another character that can do this thanks to the Baruka, and that's Camilla with Baruka Friendship. So, as you can see here, here's my Camilla. Along the way, I picked up some of the sorcerer skills because they're very useful. We've got Heartseeker, we've got access to Vengeance, which is a nice fail-safe in case you just don't quite do enough damage. But most importantly, we have Axe Fair. Now, Axe Fair combined with the Brave Axe, combined with Camilla's ludicrous strength stat, allowed me to do this. Just got to take out this general, which, to be fair, isn't even necessary. You can just walk around him. Dance. And then thanks to the wonders of the Brave Axe and the Baruka Backpack, which is very nice, Camilla one-rounds him. And that's how you do it in 1 turn. I also did the previous chapter in 1 turn, but sadly my save file after beating the game is only on this chapter, but you just have to believe me. You can go watch the full thing if you would like to see me do that, which involved some rescue shenanigans. During the race, my early game was absolutely abysmal. I panicked, I was stressed. I'd never done a draft race before, but I knew that my end game here was very, very good. So, because it was a draft race, I could only use the units that I had. Now, Aboro and Hinata don't really have much use here in this last chapter, but you may as well draft them anyway, seeing as it's the last one. So the crucial part to my strategy here involved rescue. I'd been saving rescues the whole game, having used 2 uses in chapter 26, and then we're going to use 4 uses of it here. It's important to tonic up Camilla here because we are going to be relying on her quite a bit. Now, something I didn't do in the race that I should have done was swap this concoction out for an elixir. This allows you to heal Camilla to full on the 1 turn that you actually have in between the 2 turns. So you want to pair up Baruka with Camilla. Want to get your rescue users in position for their noble sacrifice that's about to happen. And then you can start. So I knew that having Camilla as pretty much my only carry unit, there was no way I would be able to do endgame properly. This chapter is absolutely absurd. These endgame units have pretty much capped stats, so I needed to do something that would enable me to not have to fight them at all. So, first of all, rescue Camilla up. And then go over to the hand and 1-round it. Now, Vengeance here ended up being very crucial on the actual run itself, as I didn't quite have enough damage for the eyeball, the basketball phase. However, when I practiced this run before doing the actual draft race, my Camilla had a little more strength, and she did this without needing any procs of Vengeance or crits. Now, thanks to the nature of a draft race, you can just reset as many times as you like. So if Camilla, for example, wasn't able to do it, I could have just reset this chapter and do it again. So here is the only time in the entire draft race that I used the very powerful Azura Shelter Strat. So what you can do with Azura, for the 2 people that maybe don't know, is if you dance with Azura, shelter her with someone else, You are then able to transfer her and get another dance. Like so. So we're still on turn 1. Now we just do the same thing on the other side. So in the actual draft race itself, I used a concoction here, so Camilla wasn't quite on full health. But that was mostly just due to me panicking and being very stressed and forgetting that an elixir here really, really helps. I always find it funny how Vengeance can proc even if you don't have any missing health. It doesn't give you anything extra, but it's still funny to see. So Camilla still has a guard gauge from the first hand, which means she doesn't take any damage here, which is actually crucial because she will take a hit from some of the enemies here. And you don't want her to die. You need Camilla to be alive. Okay. So then I just moved a Borrow out like this because she doesn't really have any use. Maybe she can stall them a bit. But honestly, it doesn't really matter, as we're not going to be facing any of them with anyone that matters. Because obviously, if Corrin dies, GG. We can't have Felicia die either, as we need her to rescue here once more. So when I was doing my draft, I knew that I had to have Baruka, I had to have Camilla. Here we are with another guard gauge, very important. But then other than that, all I really needed was to ensure that I had 3 staff users for this strategy in Endgame. Felicia counts as 1 and we get her for free. And then I went for Sakura and Izama, but realistically I could have gone for anyone, thanks to Rescue being an E-rank staff. So anyone that can go. I even had vague ideas to draft Hannah if I had to, because she can be changed into a Shrine Maiden. Okay, so as you can see here, Camilla doesn't quite finish this guy off, but that's fine. Maybe she'll get a Vengeance. She does here. And even if she doesn't, you can kind of chip him with some of the other units. Although realistically, if you don't have to, that's even better. Vengeance has a very high chance of proccing. And yeah, as same as on the run, I get four procs of it right here, which is wonderful. Means you still have other units free for dual striking on the basketball phase. So I'd never done a draft race before. This is the very first draft race I've ever done. Normally they're done on normal difficulty and it's just more about your routing. But because we did this on Lunatic, there was a lot more things to consider in terms of hitting damage thresholds, which you normally wouldn't have to worry about. This is what makes Berserker Camilla so unbelievably cracked, as with this Brave Axe, she is able to very easily hit these mental damage thresholds that I don't think you're really intended to hit in normal play. Okay, so basketball phase, here we go, we've danced. Now, on the draft race itself, I hit with Camilla last, and I think I've just messed this up, actually. No, never mind. Thanks to having Elixir this time, we can actually afford to attack with Camilla first, because he doesn't do enough damage to one-shot her. On the actual race, which you can see down below, I'll link it down below, what happened here instead was I had to chip with the other units first, and then finish with Camilla. But as you can see here, if you have enough health thanks to the Elixir, she one-rounds the basketball. So that is how I did Endgame Lunatic Revelation in 2 turns during a draft race. Thank you for watching. If you want to go see the whole thing, link down below. Bye. Catch you next time.